Hello, welcome to the Daily Come to Show, Lane of Cringe and all. And today we're playing X3. Not just playing it, it's gonna be a full-on review on Megaman X3. I haven't done a review in like a whole year, but now I'm back making reviews and stuff. Anyways, let's just hop onto this game right here. So I'm playing the Sega Saturn version, which means to be minor differences. First of all, I'm pulling my speed up problem with the game, and I do not know how to fix it. So the game just be sped up like this footage I'm just gonna be showing you right here. Anyway, so the main difference between the Saturn version compared to the Super Nintendo version is the fact that, well, it has actual fully animated cutscenes. Not like in-game sprite cutscenes, like actual cutscenes animated. Did I say cutscenes? Cutscenes. Actual animated cutscenes that actually look really good, as a matter of fact. Probably from the same animators that animate the cutscenes for X4, X5, and Megaman 8, and also X6. Did I have cutscenes? I forgot. Yeah, I think it did, of course. Anyway, then after the cutscene, we start the game. We start the game right here, and now here we are in the intro stage. And apparently, the world has been fucked up based on this person, Dr. Ridiculous name. Anyway, here's the intro stage. Pretty easy intro stage and stuff like that. We have these enemies right here that you'll see for the majority of the game, apparently, and they're very annoying. That's what they have to say. Very easy level design. Very short. Well, to me, that is. Now, I'm not saying that because it's a speed up problem. I'm just saying that because it actually really is short. Like, barely any actual challenge there. Apparently, later on, we meet with Mac, who apparently got turned into the alternative side. He used to be in our side. Now he's on the other side. He's on the villain side. And then apparently he was going to turn X into one of them. And then Zero comes in, saves the day, destroys Mac, apparently killing Mac. Rest in peace, Mac. Was a good friend until he got turned to the other side. Rest in peace, my boy Mac. Then after that, you continue the level as X, and then we have this boss. Very easy boss. I beat this shit in my first try. I mean, I actually played the game before on the Super Nintendo, but this time I played it first try, beat him the first try on the Super Nintendo version and on the Saturn version. The reason I'm doing the Saturn version, I want to review that version just to point to the major differences. I thought it would be better this way, but I got the speed up issue right here, but whatever. Also, the music is better, but I'm just gonna talk about that later on. So the intro level was very easy, not like a little bit challenging like the X5 intro stage, not like really fun, and also a little bit challenging like the X4 stages, or not like very fun and a little bit challenging like in the X1 and X2 stages. No, it was just very easy and also have a lack of challenge. Kind of disappointing. Oh well. Now I'm going to talk about the gameplay. Apparently the gameplay for me kind of not really worked that well for me because of the speed up issue I mentioned. But let's talk about X controls. If you played one Megaman X game, you already know a bit about X controls. But what we're talking about the Super Nintendo ones, here you go. So X can, of course, jump, shoot, charge, get a charge shot, and then, of course, you can dash. But the problem is I haven't put my dash thing in properly, so I will not be doing any dashing in any of the gameplay. So, yeah, and that gives me a pain in my neck based on the level design. Speaking of the level designs, let's talk about it. Sometimes the level design can be easy, a bit too easy, like in the Blizzard Buffalo stage, kind of like very easy. I haven't died there, at least I haven't died there more than once. So, sometimes it's unfair, mostly because I have to use the dash to do this shit. Sometimes in the old Megaman X games, like you don't really have to dash; you can just go without dash. But sometimes you just do dashes to be quicker and like up the pace a little bit. Sometimes you don't really require the dash to really beat the level. And now, however, X3 for some reason have like this thing where you have to use the dash to progress, and if you can't dash, then you're fucked. So that's my problem there. Happened with me with like 1 or 2 levels. Apparently that makes this stupid ass platforming section really hard, and I died 2 times during this shit. So another time is during this other level right here when I actually couldn't progress because of the stupid ass wall that goes far from where how far Megaman X can jump without the dash. So I need dash, and apparently, yeah, I just recorded the entire footage. I thought I put in dash properly, but I didn't, and that was a shame. I didn't realize that until I finally actually went through that final level, which was at the end of the recording. Anyway, So sometimes the level design can be really easy, sometimes it could be a little bit like unfair, but it's mostly easy, very easy, and it also lacks a bit of challenge as well, like I said with the intro stage. It lacks a bit of challenge. You think it could be more challenging just to fit this shit here, like you have to use a dash to go? No, it's not challenging. That's just abusing the dash. What is this, Mighty number 9? Let me stop that. Anyway, in the old Megaman X games, even the future ones, besides X6, X7, X8, you can count that too. Apparently, sometimes the level design can be like, this level design can be good, a little bit challenging. It can be challenging, really fun, and stuff like that, like X8, X2, X1, X4, and X5, in my opinion. I mean, X8 is a whole different story with level design, better level design. So get that out the way. But this right here in X3 is easy and is kind of lacks a little bit of challenge in it, which is kind of a shame. The only challenge that it seems here is mostly with the enemies. Speaking of that, the bosses. All right, so here we go. The bosses. Okay, alright, first. All right, they have in the Saturn version they have like this fully animated intro cinematic, and it's fucking amazing. I'm just gonna say that. All right, it looks really cool. In my opinion, it's the best one, the best boss intro cinematic for any boss in the Mega Man series of all time, on all spin-offs and shit like that. This is one of my favorite. It's only in the PlayStation 1 and the Sega Saturn version though. Like, oh my god, it looks so good on these guys. Some of them, one of them look kind of weird, but I'm not gonna talk about that. And also, here's the thing: the bosses are overpowered. Like what the hell? Blizzard Buffalo, overpowered as hell. Apparently, like he can kill you with less than 5 hits. I swear, bro. You have to be really fucking careful to beat that guy, bro. And I still cannot beat him. And then we have this. And alright, so there we have this other level right here. It has like a mini boss. And goddamn, this mini boss is like so fucking quick. It does like a lot of damage to you. Goddamn, I cannot beat this piece of shit. Oh my god, bro. So the boss designs, they're not so good. They're compared to other Mega Man games, they look kind of stupid. I'm just gonna say that. I really like how Blizzard Buffalo looks. I honestly do not like how he looks. Some other boss designs, they look okay, not too great. I honestly appreciate some of the boss designs from previous Mega Man X1. X1 has Chill Penguin and Storm Eagle. I like their designs, and then X4 has some other designs. I forgot the name of them, but they have some good boss designs here with the Mavericks. X3, not too much. I don't know why. And then finally we have the music. That's the last thing we'll be talking about. The music. The music here is really good on the Sega Saturn PlayStation 1 version. Alright, for some reason there's something wrong with the Super Nintendo thing. I don't know, they like to abuse the overdriven guitar, and I don't like it on the Super Nintendo version. But here's the thing. When it comes to like doing the PlayStation 1 and Super Nintendo 1, that's a Super Nintendo, Sega Saturn, it looks way better. Not way better. Sounds way better. That's what I meant to say. It sounds way better than it did on the Super Nintendo. Comparison right here. As you already have heard, apparently the Super Nintendo 1 is not as good as the Sega Saturn and PlayStation 1. So PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn has a more superior soundtrack. It's not really one of my favorites. I mean, honestly, it's not really my favorite compared to the future ones. And to me, it's, I don't know, the way how it sounds on the PS1 and Sega Saturn is better than the first two, in my opinion. Even though they have some very nostalgic tracks, in my opinion. Well, to me, that is, of course. But X3 soundtrack for PS1 and Sega Saturn sounds way better than those two, and the Super Nintendo one. Speaking of Super Nintendo 1, that alone compared to the previous ones, that is the worst one. I may probably say that is the worst Mega Man X soundtrack. Yeah, maybe I can probably say that. Alright, and to top it all off, it's Mega Man X3 is a little bit overrated, in my opinion. it's not really like that great, honestly, with the level design not being as challenging and also not as fun as the previous Mega Man X games, with the bosses being a bit too overpowered and a bit unfair, in my opinion, comparing to the ones that came after and before it. Like, it could take like, alright, it could be like a few tries to beat this boss, but for Blizzard Buffalo, I took like, originally when I first played the game, it took me like so many tries, and I still did not beat him. Like more than 5, I guess. Yeah, more than 5. Plus the times I do it during this recording. Yeah, I can't beat him. So, and the mini boss, I never got past him. So there's that. So the bosses are overpowered and stuff. Level design's easy and also kind of like challenge, and just basically want to force the character to dash for some reason. They progress for some reason. The oversaturation of the same exact enemy for almost every level, if not every single level in the game. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Not really as fun as the previous and the ones that come after it, besides X7 and X6. Those are terrible. I can probably say that X4 is better, in my opinion. I can even go on to say that X5 was better than this. I could say that. Yeah, I could probably say that. Is it better than X8? X8? I don't know, man. Bro, I'm not gonna confirm it. But anyway, that's all I have to say for this right now. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe if you want me to do more reviews and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Subscribe. See you later. Have a nice time. Have a nice day. Yeah.